Previously on Kontrol Incorporated. All three classes have their situational advantages, and at given moments I'll always find myself thinking, man, I sure wish I was on my fill-in-the-blank Titan Warlock Hunter here in this particular situation. They have very different jumps. Hunters have great mobility, Warlocks recover from damage very fast, Titans can absorb more damage. So I'm presenting my Let's Draw of Destiny as a three-part series. One at a time, I'll go over what I consider the best 5 things about each. Greetings all, my name is Kontrol. I'm a professional artist and a Destiny guy. One requires dodging enemy fire, the other is a video game from Bungie. Yeah, it's tough out there, but I have persevered because this series is not yet complete. And Christmas Day is my admittedly arbitrary deadline. And look, if I don't post videos about Destiny, who will? It's not like there are 478,324 other YouTubers out there with large audiences talking about this game every hour of every day. This is on me.
Keep watching. He gets even more delusional.
So let's talk about Titans. What makes a Titan a Titan? Well, I could trot out my on-the-ground report of how this class functions in general gameplay, and eventually I will. But Titans have kind of a special seat of honor within the lore. I feel obligated to pass that on to the uninitiated out there in highly, and I mean highly, abbreviated form. Okay, courtesy of the Destinypedia. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, the Titans are a Guardian class that specializes in full armor. Just look at them. Bungie has acknowledged that they are in part inspired by their very own super soldier, the Master Chief himself. In addition to their full body armor and swept back helmets, the Titan's unique armor piece is called a mark. It's a piece of cloth that usually hangs off the right hip. The mark was introduced due to the Titan's unquenchable desire for hot wings and ribs. When you're defending the last city on Earth, you don't always have a napkin handy. In Guardian history, Titans are best known for building and defending the wall that protects the city, even after Congress denied funding. Soon after the wall's completion, 4 orders of Titans protected the newly constructed barriers against 6 enemy approaches. Not a single front faltered. This became known as the Battle of 6 Fronts, and is today symbolized by the Titan insignia, a hexagon representing the 6 fronts, divided into 4 parts, representing the 4 orders of the Titans. Their heritage is rooted in strength, sacrifice, and mercilessness, which actually matches up well with the gamer heritage of rage, spite, and vengeance. Titans always blame lag. Okay, I think my name is Bife is probably turning over in his grave right about now.
He's not dead, Kontrol.
He will be, if he ever hears that attempt at Destiny lore. Head will explode like a bomb. Okay, some of that Titan background might have actually been accurate, but I'm more reliable speaking as someone in the actual arena. When I think about Titans, 2 things come immediately to mind. Problem is, I said we were doing 5 items today. Just a second, I'll be right back. Where's my pen and paper? Okay, I scribbled something I gave serious thought and testing and research to the subject at hand, and I compiled my final list. At last, my top 5 reasons to go Titan. DJ. Number 5, the Towering Barricade. When Destiny 2 arrived, it brought with it brand new class-specific abilities. Titans can now pull out a stationary energy barrier wall and plop it down on the battlefield. It's bullet and laser proof, of course, and if crazed enemies attempt to walk through it, they'll wish they hadn't. The barrier can get you out of jams, or it can provide instant tactical advantages. Its one big downside can be if a teammate drops one in at an inopportune time or place. It is bad news when a barrier appears a foot in front of your rocket, right after you've fired it. Number 4, Hammer Strike, aka Melting Point. Some enemies in Destiny are damned hard to bring down. No one's got time for that. So, various strategies are employed to soften these tough guys up to be cut into bite-sized morsels. Titans can inflict debuffs by smashing into enemies with a sprint-based melee attack called Hammer Strike. Once the Titan lands the attack, the boss takes 50% extra damage from all incoming sources until the debuff wears off. 10 seconds, I think? When you and your fire team are trying to get past some of the harder challenges, you'll really appreciate this particular Titan ability. Number 3, Dune Marchers. If you watched part 1 of this series, you are a phenomenal human being, but you also know a pair of exotic boots top my Warlock list. Well, folks, leg armor makes the cut today for Titans, in the form of the Dune Marchers. Now, these bad boys charge up electricity when you're sprinting. Sprinting at a bit of increased speed, I should add. Charged Dune Marchers unleash a chained electricity attack on your next melee. This means anything standing in close proximity to your melee victim will be damaged or destroyed at the same time. This exotic ties in nicely with the next item on the countdown. Number 2, Titan Shoulder Charge. Okay, Titans have the enviable option of sprinting directly into an extremely powerful melee attack. Basically, you run around like there's no stamina limitation, because there isn't. Wait until you get within a few yards of an enemy, and let's face it, we're usually talking about an enemy player. Then hit your melee attack button. Under 90% of circumstances, this will result in a kill. Destiny superstars even get off a shotgun blast before the shoulder attack. If you happen to be wearing the aforementioned exotic Dune Marchers, this dirty rotten tactic will also damage and potentially kill any innocent bystanders. Did I mention there are guns in this game too? Alright, number 1. Titan jumps are not just jumps. There's one thing I love above all else when I'm controlling my Titan, and it doesn't even require any exotic gear. Although, side note, one piece of gear really does add some kick to it. What I'm talking about is the Titan jump. The second jump in the Titan double jump will propel your Guardian forward. Jump 1 is your standard hero leap, and the second jump behaves like a jetpack. Albeit one that's on its final drops of fuel. But this enables you to cover ground very quickly, or easily put distance between you and pursuing enemies. Some Guardians would complain that I love Titan strafe jumps because I'm quick to retreat in Crucible matches. So anyway, that's my Titan top 5 overview. Honorable mention? Speaking purely aesthetically here, them some big ass shoulder pads. If you've never played Destiny and a confrontation with a charging Titan sounds scary, well, it is. When you see the eyes, you know it's over. Thing about a Titan, it's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When it comes at you, it doesn't seem to be living till he bites you. Unless you have a shotgun, then you're fine. Shoot him in the dome, then hit him with some dance moves. As with my Warlock, Titan Boy is wearing his Crucible getup, the same one he's had on since the beginning of Shadowkeep.
You gonna tell him what Shadowkeep is?
No! He's also wearing the Dune Marchers. He hasn't taken those off for over a year. Okay, maybe I tried One-Eyed Mask a couple of times.
You gonna tell him what One-Eyed Mask?
Please leave. He is holding a comically huge shotgun, because I'm still channeling 90s Rob Liefeld. By the way, that gun is in Destiny. When fired, it even kills guys playing other games. If you want in on all this carnage, you're just gonna have to start playing, preferably on Xbox, because that's where I is. Part 3, the finale of this series, will be arriving within a few days. Hunters rejoice. I haven't actually drawn it yet, but I'm 90% certain what I'm going to do. Of course, doing the odd is the easy part, isn't it? Some inside baseball for the non-YouTubers out there. It's the editing that eats up the clock. But look at that, you've made it to the end. I greatly appreciate that. If you found the proceeding amusing, do me a solid and hit the like and subscribe buttons on the way out to help grow this channel. Remember to share with all your buddies, especially if they're Destiny addicts. And once again, if you're new to Destiny, YouTube is filled to overflowing with terrific creators who cover the lore, the strategies, the gear, etc. Careful viewers heard me mention one early on. Make sure to check them out.